Oh, time wasn't too bad. I could have done better, though, I think. Okay, now we're back home. I think this is reality now, not an illusion. Okay, what else? He's all fucked up, but hey, he's still standing.
I would not have been strong enough to choose your path, Spartan.
Orcos.
I would have taken what my mother's offered.
I would rather live in truth.
I fear you may come to regret those words. Lord Ares still holds your bond.
This cannot be.
Yep.
Before you killed them, my mother's once again made me your Oathkeeper. For you to be free, I must die by your hand.
I do not understand.
If you do not release me, my father will retain power over you, but even worse, I will live in eternal torture.
I have spilled enough innocent blood.
There is no other way, Spartan. Destroy the Oath. Kill Ares. Have your revenge. I was never the warrior my father wanted me to be. But please, all I ask, give me an honorable death.
With the death of Orcos, the blood oath to Ares was finally broken, and the painful truth rushed back to Kratos' mind. The truth of the murder he committed, the slaughter of his wife and child, the carnage forged from his relentless ambition, surfaced in perfect clarity, and became the visions that would haunt him all of his days.
There we go. So, almost done, but you'll be alright. Sets his home on fire or something, I guess, but it must be done.
Now free
like
of the Fury's madness, but still tortured by the truth of his past, Kratos left the only home he'd ever known, and set out to undo all that he had wrought.
There we go. What else? Anything else? No surprises you're gonna throw at me? No? Don't disappoint me now. God of War, Ascension. So, there we go. Sanaponic Studios. You fuckers did a great job. And all that good stuff. Top happy. Awesome. So, this is where I would generally put my review, my thoughts, what I felt about the game. Beautiful than a motherfucker. It's pretty as shit. I wish I had better display for everything, honestly, because I'm playing on, it's only 720 by 480. No, not 1280 by 720. Yeah. So, I wish I had a better screen right now, but I don't. Or had a better computer to do bigger resolutions, like 920 by 1080s. But anyway, that's like totally not what I want to talk about. What I thought about the game. It was well polished. It was greatly done. This is only the third game of the God of War games I've played. How is that? Well, I didn't catch on to God of War until late in the PlayStation 2 lifespan. And at that time, I was already full-fledged, fully hardcore into PC gaming. And really didn't find out about God of War until well late. And by that point, I was not even worrying about it. And then, you know, it finally started to catch on, and I was like, damn, I really want to play these games. And it made me excited because really the only current or recent gen shit I was playing at the time was PSP. And they had released Chains of Olympus. So I was like, hey, you know what, I'll go ahead and play it. It's pretty cool. It's supposed to be the beginning of everything. And, you know, I went ahead and played it. I was kind of pissed off because Chains of Olympus, as soon as I finished it, like a month or two later, they were like, oh, hey, by the way, we're going to re-release it on PlayStation 3. It's like, oh, fuck you, asshole. And then at that point, I was like, okay, I don't remember, I'm pretty sure the 1 and 2 HD collection came out before that did. So at that point, I'm like, you know what? I really want to play the God of War games. Very captivating. It's really enjoyable. And the funny thing is, I don't really care for some stuff, but mythology is pretty fucking interesting, honestly. And I like how it builds on that. So, you know, at that point in time, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to wait until I get a PlayStation 3, and then I'll go ahead and play it. And really, at that time, I was still pretty much hardcore into PC gaming. And back then, I really should have given up on trying to record PC gaming, because that was obviously going nowhere with my old-ass computer I had. I haven't built a new computer since 2006. So sooner this shit gets popping, or sooner something happens where I start getting more funds, the sooner I'll have more PC gaming on my channel, which would be awesome. Anyway, you know, finally, you know, get a PlayStation 3. And I went ahead and played God of War 1. And I was kind of sad and unfortunate that I forgot and didn't look into it that Ascension game before God of War 1. Otherwise, I would have played this and then moved on to God of War 1 next. So now that's 3 games out. And if this is still recent when this goes up and you watch it, I'm currently looking for the God of War Origins and God of War 3 so that I can play Ghost of Sparta and 3. And you know what? Let me know right now if I should play Chains of Olympus. I mean, I've already played it 2 or 3 times on PSP. I wouldn't mind playing it again, but it's not a priority to play it again. So if I would play it again, let me know right now if you want to see it on my channel. If not, you know, no big deal. I might play it, I might not, just regardless. But it wouldn't be a priority. Really, I just want to hop straight into Ghost of Sparta, if anything. And I still keep getting sidetracked on what I want to talk about this damn game. Coffee. It's helpful sometimes, but not all the time. Sometimes it's like the ADD, it gets worse. So, it's beautiful, well-defined. I've read there was a lot of complaints about, you know, it wasn't as good as some of the other God of War games. Or it was, like, easier, and this was supposed to be easier than some of the other God of War games. Like, the easiest God of War, if you will. Which, you know, I wouldn't know. I'm going to be moving on, and I'm going to play the rest of the series for my channel as I move on to it. Sooner I get the God of War Origins, the better, but really when it's playing games like this, or a series, or something where all the gameplay is similar, I'd rather, like, space it out. Like, once a month, as soon as this goes up, then, you know, I'll have, like, a month, 4 weeks, something, and then I can move on to something else. So, you know, great game. However, usually I don't buy games on release. I'd say this is definitely not worth the price tag. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's a beautiful game. It's a great adventure, but, you know, you can still enjoy it as, you know, if you can find it for, like, currently, you can get the Origins games, the regular HD collection. You can get God of War 3 for like 10 or 15 bucks, if not less. Like, I've seen some people get a fucking sealed copy if they hunt hard enough, like at thrift shops, fucking God of War 3 for like 3 bucks. That's great. Honestly, I don't have that kind of luck to come across those kinds of deals. But regardless whether you play it for 60 bucks, you can still enjoy it just the same for like 3 bucks. So, you know, it's a great game. I'd highly recommend playing it, especially if you're a fan of the series. I'm a fan of the series. I was sold years ago. Before I even started playing it, I knew I'd enjoy the series. So, you know, I'd say definitely look forward to me doing run-throughs of God of War, Ghost of Sparta for sure, God of War 2 for sure, and God of War 3 for sure. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do Chains of Olympus. I wouldn't mind going back and replaying the games. God of War 1. I know what I'm doing this time around, so my run would be a lot more efficient this time around. In God of War 1. I'm not sure I want to do that, though. And it was pretty cool. Terrence T.C. Carson, that guy's pretty fucking cool. I didn't realize that was a voice actor, but he's a cool fucking guy. I didn't even imagine that would have been the fucking voice actor behind him. I don't know why. Pretty fucking cool. And, I mean, why haven't they given 6 games and how ashy Kratos is? They haven't given him a bottle of lotion the entire time? Come on now. Really bad jokes there. So, you know, I'm trying to think what else I want to say about it. Oh, the bugs. This did have bugs, and I hear that they were worse, and they've gotten fixed over time. I'm thinking I'm going to go to the forums and report the bug, but I've noticed in especially 2 places very noticeable, and it happened both on normal mode and on hard mode, where I would grab an enemy, and I would throw them, or I would just attack them normally, and they'd either go through the walls, like if there was a gate, they'd go flying through the gate, and then they just, like, you know, be dead, disappear. And I wouldn't get my orbs. You know, I'd, like, bring them out. I'm trying to think, you know, throw them out of the fighting area. I'm trying to think of the correct term for it. But, you know, out of the area. Through the invisible wall that I can't go through. Where if I would knock them out of there, or if they would just get knocked out by AoEs or other attacks or something, that I would also get gypped out of red orbs. So that kind of sucks too. That's really the only biggest, worst bug I saw. Like, sometimes if you attack enemies, all of a sudden, like, you reappear or teleport the other side of the fighting area or something, and that was kind of annoying and tedious. But I don't know. There was an update halfway through my walkthrough, so I didn't really notice it after the update, but I wasn't really paying too much attention, but it didn't happen as much. I think it happened quite a few times earlier in the run, though. So that really wasn't a big deal. It was very tolerable. I'm contemplating on playing this again. Maybe. But really, only thing I'm focused on is going back for an achievement or 2, maybe. Some items, I guess. Not really a big deal to do, though. So I know I missed 1 or 2 things, and I can go back and do that, and it's really no problem. What else? I think I covered about the game. You know, great game, of course. I enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting anything less. And I'm going to move on to the other games. I don't want to run in circles on that. However, another point is, the multiplayer is new to the series altogether. A lot of fans were really not happy about this, were upset about it. Given that haven't been following the series since the beginning, I'm not as angry about it, if you will. Maybe if I was, I'd be more angry. But the multiplayer, I think it's fucking awesome. And I mean, at this point, it's been pretty obvious that, you know, they're running out of stuff to add to the games. I think they kind of, with God of War 3, I hear that that's where they ended everything at. And it's really hard for them to build upon what they did there. So now they're doing all the prequels and everything, and all the interquels. And, you know, I mean, they are running out of ideas. And there's such a huge following base that it's not a bad idea for them to go ahead and spin off and do something on the side, and, you know, something with the multiplayer. I think the multiplayer is damn good. I had fun with beta. You know, I played the shit out of it. Not the shit out of it, but I played it enough that, you know, it was fun. I haven't really gotten too in-depth during this playthrough, but I plan to sit down and focus on it pretty fucking hardcore even more now that my run is done. You know, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up 1 or 2 more achievements, like I said, but I'm going to come back and just play the shit out of multiplayer from there. I still got to sit down and figure out which god is best and what kind of build is best to run with, because I remember in beta, you only had 2 of the gods to work with, and it was Ares and Zeus, and Zeus was just complained about being overpowered, but that was the shit you wanted to play. Fucking Zeus. And I don't know if that's how it is. I already just started running through and playing with Zeus. And I'm not doing too bad. I do like the spear, honestly, and I'm kind of saddened that right now the hammer isn't up to par where it was in beta, but you know, it was obviously just put out there to experiment with and such. So I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be playing. There's gonna be a lot more multiplayer of God of War in here. My biggest complaint about multiplayer was there was a lot of requests to get a co-op multiplayer in there, and the sad thing is, it's disappointing. I feel there could have been a lot more to it, like maybe like how it is now, but like more maybe Gauntlet instead of 2 players, maybe 4 players. Could have done a lot more fun. Maybe even do that like that, but have 2 opposing teams. So you're not only fighting your enemies, but you're fighting each other, and you're fighting over who can get the biggest rank, or who can finish first, or finish and have the most points or something. Like finish the last boss. I think that'd be pretty fucking awesome. Because right now it's pretty much like a time trial. Fuck a time trial, honestly. And I'm gonna take my shit to the forum. The feedback about that. Honestly, I'm really hoping the DLC just brings out some fucking decent multiplayer co-op campaigns. I could care less about new competitive maps. I want to see some decent fucking co-op campaigns. Now, we can't really expect anything big, huge, and epic like it is in single player. But I think they could do something decent with the with fleshing out a decent co-op campaign. You know, something that doesn't last more than 15-20 minutes, I guess, if you will. Half hour might push it. But you know, have it like 2 to 4 players, honestly, straight up. But I need to shut the fuck up because I really don't want to split this last video up too much. Okay, it was a fun, enjoyable, awesome fucking game. I want to thank you for watching. It's much appreciated. You're fucking awesome. You know, and it's always appreciated whether or not you like or subscribe. So you know, I'd highly suggest and recommend to like, subscribe, favorite, and comment. It's all appreciated. Even if you don't, it's always much appreciated just for viewing this shitty walkthrough video. And you know, I do hope to see you around elsewhere on my channel. Other videos, other crappy shit. I'm not sure what next recent game I'll be playing, but the next new release I'm looking forward to, and I'm really hoping I can get it sooner than I got this after release, is The Last of Us. So I'd highly recommend, you know, checking out my channel, staying subscribed, checking that out when it comes out, all that good stuff. And I don't want to run in circles. You know, I'd highly suggest to check out the multiplayer videos that will be going up as well after this. And otherwise, I need to stop running in circles. So like I said, thanks for watching my crappy shit. I hope to see you around, and peace.